Hello everybody, welcome back to another Train Sim World 5 video. You join us from the midpoint of the Ludwigsbahn, at least distance wise, that being from Neustadt, and we're in the 425 and we are continuing. This is part number 2, so if you haven't seen part 1, feel free to go and have a look, although this is the cool bit because this is where we get to go. This is the scenic part of the journey. There you go, doors are shut, so Lambrecht is our next station to stop. Let's get going. Look on the train. There we go. And yeah, this is the Ludwigsbahn. Dovetail have very nicely provided us a key to show off the route. So, well, thanks to Dovetail Games. And I must admit, I am liking this route more than I thought I would. So when it first came out, I wasn't really too... You know, it was just like, oh, Ludwigsbahn, just a sort of average German route. Not to say, I mean, it is a fairly sort of average German route. It's not one of those killer German routes like, you know, Kaiserslautern, which was bloody amazing. It is more of a laid-back route, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. Cool. And I also realised whilst I was on the pause screen between the videos that it does actually have a date this route's set. We knew it was early 2010s and it's 2013. That's what it says on the thingy there, the 31st of January 2013. Now let's go. But I still would say this is a route you get on sale. That opinion hasn't changed. Like Bremen Oldenburg, it's just one of those routes you get on sale. Don't play full whack for. Right, I think it's 80 at the moment. It might be 90 actually, but I'm going to stay at 80. Missed the speed board as we were coming out of Neustadt. It might be about 90 here. Yeah, possibly 90. We'll stay at 80 just in case, or will we? No. Well, that's a speedboard for going the other way. What about for this way? We'll stay at 80, just in case. And we are all stops to Kaiserslautern as well. As we are the S... So with the S2? Yeah, with the S2. Whereas in the S1 it does skip a few more stops as it goes, I think, further to Homburg. The S2 is, yeah, an all-stopper. Or at least the one we're doing now. And it's a bit slower this part of the route as well. It's not 140 kilometers an hour. So yeah, it's much slower. I'm processing it probably is more than 80 here. But I'm going to stay at 80 for the time being. Just in case it is 80. But I don't think it is. Oh, let's get the instrument lights on. Oh, there you go. They're on. Cool. Yeah, alright, Sifa, there we go. Yeah, the speed limit does change quite a bit along this part of the route. So we should see a speed change fairly soon. At least I'd imagine we will. Yeah, Lambrecht is our next stop. Nice. There's the river down there. Yeah, there you go, Sifa. Everybody's worst nightmare, Sifa. Oh, it goes up to 100, so there we go, there's the speedboard. So let's get that up to 100. It wasn't awfully fast for the next stop, so I don't have a track plan for this route yet. If anybody knows where I can find a track plan, let me know. We tend to get sent over run by a community member, but it's been away recently. So yeah, if anyone has a butch file plan, I think it's called, feel free to send it over on the Discord or whatnot. This is, I mean, look at the fog along here. This is cool. Although I am being a little bit cautious, we're probably not far off the next stop. In fact, I mean, here's the village here, so. And there's the station coming up now. I think it's on the island platform where we ended our freight service in the 185 we did. If you haven't seen our previous content on the Ludwigsbahn, there is a Ludwigsbahn playlist just of sort of the initial content. In a week or so I won't add any more videos to it. So yeah, if you want to see plenty more of the Ludwigsbahn, feel free to check out that playlist, which I'm sure this video will be a part of. There's the 140 metre mark, which is sort of R1. I think our train's about 136. If that's one we want to stop at. Or near abouts. Here we are. Just about on the platform. Yeah, we are 136 metres. But no, I must admit, it's been a good time for TSW. Yeah, it's been good. Well, at least, you know, this release coming out, we've got the Mittenwaldbahn coming out in under a couple of weeks. So yeah, it's good. And also something also quite exciting within my own sort of life is finally getting a passport. Actually, I've never ever had a passport, so it means I've never been abroad. But finally getting that sorted, so hopefully at some point I can go to these places, you know, Germany, France, Spain. Probably more Spain than the other two. Just so I do speak a little bit of the language. But yeah, I look forward to that. So I can ride some Spanish trains. Right, we're off. Was it 100 still? I think it's still 100 still. The speed didn't decrease, did it? No, it's still 100. Only 2.5 kilometres to the next stop. Although saying that, that is as the bird flies. So as we've got to wiggle round, it's probably a bit more than that. The little branch line goes off there to somewhere. Where does that one go? Oh, the sheet goes completely away. See if it went to a little freight yard somewhere. Because there are a few services in the DBBR 363, the one from Russia Nord. Well, that tends to mean there's a station coming up, that little sort of sign there. So we're coming up to something already. I think that little board means it's about, is it 500 metres away or so? Well, we're coming up to another stop. Or maybe it's 100. Maybe it's a kilometre. Yeah, it might be when it's a kilometre away. So I think it's like Nidl or something. Warning board as well. Warning for a 90. Yeah, here's the next stop. Yeah, Seafee, alright mate, there we go. And we shall stop at the second marker along. Should be the 140 mark. There we go. See, the board's gone to like dark mode now. It does it at 11 PM. Sort of automatically switches over. You can probably still just about see it. Cool. Right. Get your door shut. And next station stop is in 5 kilometres, and that is a Widden something. Widdenful. So it's coming down to 90 the limit. Let's watch the train leaving. A little bit of horn. Even though German trains and horn aren't really a big thing. Cool. Back in. See that. So 90, we'll stay at that. Although we should see one of those markers again for when we're approaching the next stop. There's little sort of black and white bars. So we should have about 20 minutes left of this run. I think the time sort of as a whole was about an hour. 1 hour 5 minutes. So quite sort of a nice time from one end of the route to the other as a sort of slow service. And then if you do the fast services, it's about 45 minutes. So again, sort of that's not too bad. So route length, I'd say it is a fairly good length. I mean, maybe they could have done it slightly further, maybe to Homburg, where I think the S1s terminate. But as a whole, sort of that's average route length. Or at least average Dovetail games route length. Which again, I wouldn't say this route is anything special. It's definitely not a highlight route in any way. Not a, it's not. I don't think it's sort of meant to be a popular route. It's just another cool route to have, and it's a relaxing route as well. That's like one of that's like another good way to describe this route. It's relaxing. So if you just want to sit back, relax, bit of nice scenery, nice sort of bit of flat and straight, this route's for you. Yeah, if you like a relaxing journey, this route's quite good for that. Like, this is proper relaxing along here. Through the forest, quite slow. Stations are not really far apart, but not like right next to each other. So it's very much a relaxing route. I could quite easily come home from work and just come on here and do a nice little journey. Right, warning for a 90. Well, that was like an arrow pointing off to the right. So I think we might be coming up to the next stop soon. Maybe. There's a little village we're coming out into. That was a very quick 5 kilometres though. If we are. Yeah, alright, Sifa, yeah, okay. Oh, maybe it was if we were going into there. Oh no, it's still a 90. I think there is a station coming up. It's got the middle track. So present it's just round here. There's the 90. Again, that fog looks really good at this time in the morning. I wonder if anything actually does use the middle track. It'd be really cool to sort of like overtake another train or be sent into the middle track to let something else go through. But I wonder if that is actually a thing. Because I mean, that's sort of what the middle track's there for either overtaking or something to sit there and be overtaken on one of the other lines. If anyone can find a service where you do that, let me know. That would be pretty cool. So yeah, this is our next stop. So yeah, quite a nice station. You even got a lift here as well. Does the lift work? No, the lift doesn't work. I believe we're 2 minutes late, really? Don't know where we sort of got that time from, but okay. Let's get the doors shut. And is it Frankenstein next? It is Frankenstein next, which is only in 4 minutes apparently, so that won't be too far. Yeah, that's not far at all. Right, 90. See, all of the stations are relatively close to one another, but then from Kaiser, whatever it's called, the penultimate stop to Kaiserslautern, there's quite a bit of a gap there, which we'll come across. And all of our gameplay so far of this DLC have been on the PS5 Pro. I do need to get to the Xbox. I know I always say I need to go on the Xbox. We did actually do the Xbox Train Sim R5 when the HKA gameplay pack came out, so we have done it. But I would like to get on the Xbox and do it. I know we should, because it just sort of sits there gathering dust. But yeah, it has got dust on it. So we do need to go on the Xbox. I've got a code for the Xbox version, so sort of there's no excuse. Although saying that, I wouldn't have all the layers, I don't think. There's a 187. Who'd like to see the Xbox Series X version? If someone puts a yes in the comments, then I'll probably do it. Well, we're coming up to it already. That was quick. Blimey, it goes really, really quick. It's sort of one of like the sort of entry tunnels into it, like the cool sort of portal. So it won't be much further along. Yeah, all right. I just wish Dovetail did some sort of hardware for the game, or at least maybe another company could make the hardware. And then we could buy it. I mean, imagine that, how cool that would be to have like one of these throttle sticks or like a power brake controller, which you could plug into your console and actually use for Train Sim World. I generally think that probably would make, well, it probably would do quite well to begin with, as everyone would get one. Then it might not do as well, but would be cool, wouldn't it? If that was, I mean, yeah, if they made hardware for the game, would you get one? Would you get some hardware? Like all these games of steering wheels, well, like all the car games, yeah, shift sticks, etc. It would be cool to have sort of a train equivalent. Love that. Because it's on PC for Train Sim Classic, but again, it's fairly niche, but it would be cool. I'd be happy to pay, you know, 100 quid or so to get a power brake controller, maybe more than that, which works on the PlayStation. Right, this is Frankenstein. So we're right down the end. Or near enough down the end, not completely. Oh no, that's a 70. So we more want to go a bit further down. There's the cat ace. Just about to jump there, down. That's the cat ace fault, that is. There we are, this is Frankenstein. I can tell when she's about to jump down onto the desk, and there's actually no room at the moment. She still tries to jump down onto it. Cool. Right, get the door shut. Still 2 minutes late. Unbelievable. And then it's Hiker. What's the one after? That one. Hoichapaya, that's the one. Right, up to 100. I won't go over there. Cool. You can also now see we're at kilometre board 58 or so. I can't remember what it was at Mannheim, but I think it was over 100. So we've come quite a distance. I mean, it's certainly been, what, 30 kilometres since Eagleheim? So I think that's like 88 kilometre board that one's at. Cool. Up at the 100 km/h, and then after our next stop it goes fast. Sort of the final sprint over to Kaiserslautern. Yeah, this part of the route is just really relaxing. Almost too relaxing. And it is good as well. Oh, hang on, we got to acknowledge that. Oh, quickly acknowledge. Or is it this one? We've got to acknowledge this. If you don't acknowledge this, it will put the brakes on. Which is quite weird because it's only from this side. If on the other side, you're fine. But this side, you've got to acknowledge. It's to do with the level crossing. I think it's to do with the level crossing, which is a bit further up. Weirdly, from the other side, you don't have to do anything. See through again. Yeah, I think it's to do with this one here. See, this route's making me want to go back to Russia Nord. Or at least this part of the route's making me want to go back to Russia Nord. Which is one of sort of the oldest German routes in the game, but that's sort of within a deep valley. You've got the river. It's a really pretty route, and even for its age, it still looks decent. Well, we're not too far off the next stop, I don't think. I shouldn't be too far off. The stations come up really quickly on here. Here's Hoytje. And there's a 130 limit, which then goes up to 150. And again, pronunciations of all of these German stations probably have been all incorrect. But at least it's the English way of saying it, I suppose. Or it's the best I can do in an English way of pronouncing it. But, I mean, if you could let me know how to pronounce Hochipaya in German, do let me know. It's like the Scottish stations, we're getting better at them. Oh, this one's probably Hochspeyer. Hochspeyer? Is that how you say it? Hochspeyer? Comment below. Right, get the door shut, and up to 130, and then quite soon up to 150 as well. And you very sort of suddenly come up to Kaiserslautern as well. There's not really like a, or at least all of the services we've done so far, it doesn't sort of really bring you down for it. You literally come into it, you come round the corner at like 150, and then you get like a one warning board for like an 80 or something. Well, I think it's actually the signal double yellow. Yeah, you come into it quite quick. And it comes quite quickly as well. It's been good fun doing an all-stopper. I thought it would feel a bit long-winded, but it's gone pretty quick. So I've recorded the two parts just in one, but yeah, it's been good. And our top speed's 140, so even though we will get the 150, we can't go up to it. Only up to 140, legally. Also, it's within the rules of the 425. Not seen another train in a while. Where are the other trains? Let's go to 140. We've seen a nice mix though. We've seen the 111. Did we see an ICE 3? I don't know if we've seen an ICE 3. But we've seen the 111, so hooray. Yeah, the 111 has like 2 services on the route. And then the Dosto, being pushed by the 111, has 2 services as well. So if you want DBBR 111 gameplay, probably not best to get this route. The best route for the DBBR 111 is Salzburg-Rosenheim. Someone actually did comment on one of the previous videos about sort of what route's best for the DBBR 111, and that would be Salzburg-Rosenheim. That's sort of its native route in the game. Although you can now get it on the Dovetail with the gameplay pack, which gives you the M-Wagon and the 111 with like a slightly backdated timetable on there. And if you like the 111 and you want another old German train, there's also the DBBR 110, which is on Bremen-Oldenburg, which is a really fun key but cool train. And then you've also got the DBBR 103, which is another tap changer, which is on Linker Rheinstrecke. In fact, where are all you've also then got the DBBR 155, which is also on Bremen Oldenburg, and also DLC for Rossild Nord. That's another tap changer. Let's see that. So we're probably not far off Kaiserslautern. It comes around pretty quickly. Well, even more so if you're at 150. Is the game actually limit? Oh, it is. I just want a cheeky look to see if it actually is limiting us to 140. As before, back in the day, you could get up to 160 in this train, and you wouldn't get penalised for it. Whereas if you now go above 140, it will penalise you. Same with freight services as well. I don't think there was a limitation on that before. Whereas now it does. Well, at least for UK freight services, it will keep you at either 60 or 75, depending on the head code. Right, we've got to acknowledge that. I don't think we even got that signal when we were doing an ICE service. It wasn't until we were around the corner we got some sort of warning signal. Got us coming down pretty quickly for that as well. Although I suppose as we're terminating, we might go into like one of the other platforms over the other side. So that might be why it's bringing us down so early. And 60 we can go at. Everyone see that? Look, 60. So we might maybe be coming across. It's the worst time that going off and acknowledging PZB. But yeah, thanks everybody for coming in. It's been a really, really nice run. And there will be plenty more of this route to come. Again, I thought I wouldn't really be too into it, but I am enjoying it. Yeah, we're coming right across. I suppose this will then form one going back in a little bit. Oh, we're coming right across, wow. Well, literally at the far side of the station. Oh no, the furthest platform. There we go. I just hope at some point we can see the Expert 101 on this route. So I don't know if I'll drive the standard 101. But yeah, hopefully we can see that on this route at some point. Yeah, there you go, Sifa. It's right down to the end here as well. I think it was only a smallish platform. Yeah, this is Kaiserslautern. We done it. And I assume, yeah, this would then, well, just basically go back. Let's see. This goes back at 9:58, so it sits here for half hour and then goes back as the S2. Nice. Not too bad. Well, that is going to be it, everybody. Wasn't too bad for today's TSW5 video. Links can be found in all of the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in. See you all next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.